Hey everybody, welcome to Therapeutic Value. My name is Justin Spillis. This week again we are joined by my wonderful, fabulous girlfriend Lisa.
Hello.
All right, so Lisa wanted to have a conversation with me. Um, Take it away, Lisa.
This is more okay. So when my brother was going through his addiction, we would always I want to have this conversation because this was something I looked for when he was in the height of his addiction. What is rock bottom? How do you get people to hit rock bottom? And so I was like, I at the time would go on Reddit and forums and things like that to figure things out.
Like,
And
how could you induce his rock bottom?
well, just what was rock bottom? Like how, and clearly I learned that everybody's rock bottom is different. So there was like a couple that I read that I saved. Um, some of them hit hard. Some of them I'm like, wow, and some
Yeah.
of them I want to read a few, and then I want you to talk to me about yours.
Okay.
So this one person put my rock bottom was my boyfriend died of an overdose, and I showed up late to his funeral because I was high as fuck on the drug that killed him. I don't even remember being there. I am now 2 years clean. This other person put after my.
Whoa, real quick.
Okay,
That was that person's rock bottom.
yeah,
Their their brother dying,
their boyfriend
boyfriend, but
died.
showing up like going to the funeral.
They don't remember being there. And I
Okay.
guess
Okay. Yeah. Continue.
after my third DUI, my mom was financially supporting me because I didn't have a job and wasn't doing anything but staying at home drinking. She stopped sending me money and started sending me Subway gift cards because she knew Subway didn't sell alcohol. Also, the
Smart.
wonderful man I loved broke up with me because he had good boundaries and couldn't be with me while I was so mentally, physically, and spiritually sick. Today I'm 2.5 years sober and married to that man. Have a full time job, got promoted, no more panic attacks, and I'm finally able to show up to my life the way I want to. Life is beautiful for the first time that I can remember. By the way, this was from 6 years ago.
Okay.
Um, this is the last one I'm going to
Okay.
read. Years ago, I was a meth addict. Yes,
Here
I
we go.
said
Now
it,
we're cooking.
meth addict. No money, no job, no interest in getting a job, stole to provide for my habit. I had a trailer home with no running water or electricity, legally. Nothing inside my trailer but a blow up mattress. Eventually, my lifestyle caught up with me, and I ended up going to prison for 3 years. The prison part wasn't my rock bottom, it was actually an eye opener for me. I did a complete 180 turnaround. Fast forward a few years later, and I am now drug free, productive member of society. Work as an electrician and have a beautiful family who I love more than anything, not to mention all the material things in life that I only could dream of when I was younger. I haven't touched any of that stuff since before my prison stay and proud of it. If you ever think you're not strong enough to kick whatever habit you have, I'm here to tell you that you can. Um, to you, if I can, to you can do anything as long as you have the mindset.
Okay.
So,
Where do I start? So I'm not trying to diminish anyone. I'm not trying to downplay someone for their recovery and what their rock bottom was. Let me say that first and foremost before I say anything else. Everyone is different. Everyone was raised different. Everyone is built different. I am built. I am indestructible. I am a fucking wrecking ball. So one of theirs was just didn't remember a funeral.
right,
I don't remember a few funerals, and if one of my friends died from heroin, I would ask where they got it because if it was that strong, I wanted some. Um, that's an addict thing to do. I'm not the only one who's ever done it. Another one, the mom was sending
Subway
Subway
gift
gift
cards.
cards. That's fucking sweet. I wouldn't have never quit if I was still getting Subway gift cards. I'd eat Subway every day. and I'd find a different way to get my shit. That's not a rock bottom to me. Going to jail. I spent 2 years in prison for an empty bag of cocaine. Okay? There was a lot more to it. I was on the run, boosting, I was stealing from my habit. I've been stranded on the other side of the country. I got stranded in Alaska, and I was living with some drug dealers and had to make my way back to Florida. I was out there for like 6 months, sleeping outside at one point. That should have been a rock bottom, but it was not. I was high on the plane trip home. When I landed and my mother picked me up, I asked her where we could go to get something, and I sold the brand new camera that I had stolen it in Alaska. But I sold it immediately for drugs, so that was not a rock bottom. Prison was definitely not a rock bottom. I was getting high in prison. Um, if I had to choose, so another thing that should have been my rock bottom. Whenever my stepdad, um, he's been dead for almost 5 years. I didn't talk to him for the last 2 years of his life because he disowned me. He told me last thing he ever said to me was that he hated me and that he would kill me if he ever saw me again. I did some really bad things and I hurt him. Um, I stole a lot of money from the woman he was seeing for drugs, and along with some other things. That should have been a rock bottom. That actually pushed me a little further over the deep end. Me getting shot in the back of the head at point blank range while being high, that should have been a rock bottom. That actually got me to go a little bit harder because of the pain and the trauma. Like, trauma was so rough on that. Um, my my rock bottom had to have been I was living in Daytona, and I'd gotten an apartment at the beach, and I was seeing this girl, and I let her move in, and I started getting high, and I lied about it and lied about it and lied about it. It was me being thrown out of my own apartment that I was paying for, that no one else was on the lease, the landlords locking me out of it. I went and I wanted to die. I didn't care anymore. So I ended up, getting the girl out of there. I was a pretty smooth talker. I went to a drug dealer's house and I bought some fentanyl. And when I did the fentanyl, I woke up laying flat on my back on this couch, and these drug dealers are all standing over me. Like, this big gang member dude was almost in tears looking at me. He said, "Bro, I didn't think he was coming back." I think the look on that drug dealer's face was my rock bottom. Um, Now, was that the last time I ever used? No, but it was the last time I used fentanyl. Um, I've lost everything and had to restart my life more than once, and each and every time should have been my rock bottom. So yeah, I think the reaction to your life, I think the way you perceive things will determine your rock bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So essentially, what I learned from all of the stuff that I had read was somebody's rock bottom could be just getting arrested and being put in a drunk tank
If only.
to almost dying, essentially. Like, there's all over the place. You could
Yeah.
be all over the place. I mean, I met somebody that was an alcoholic, woke up 3 weeks later, He was driving home from a bar, woke up 3 weeks later, he had broken his back in a car accident.
Yeah.
And I asked him if he was going to drink again, and he said, absolutely.
Of course. So while I was just explaining all that and listening to you, I had another memory. This should have been my rock bottom. So I think I've told the story before. So I got high in the back of this U-Haul van, and I remember as I'm pulling the needle out of my arm, I'm thinking, whoa, way too much. Next thing I know, I'm being brought back to life by these paramedics in the back of a moving ambulance. And I'm freaking out because I was on meth too. Whenever they Narcaned me, it counteracted the fentanyl, not the meth. So I'm like freaking out, screaming. I got to get up. I'm undoing the belt, da 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 da. I hit the paramedic, knock him out of my way, jump out the back, mess my foot up. Now I'm running. I'm hearing sirens. So now I'm so paranoid. I'm thinking the police are coming. So I go up these stairs and I'm trying to hide and I'm checking doors. Like I'm wiggling door handles. I find one. Ooh, I walked in, shut the door, lock it. I'm looking out the peephole, all freaked out and paranoid. I hear behind me, what the bleep? And I turn around and there's this lady standing there and her daughter's in there with her, like this little girl. And she was like, get out of my house. And I'm like, ah, they're chasing me. I made up this story about these gang members that were trying to kill me. This lady knew I was lying. If you're out there, I am sorry that I put you and your daughter through that. Keep your doors locked. Um,
Oh my God.
but yeah. Then yeah, that is another time it should have been my rock bottom. Busted my foot up. Had to walk 12, 13 hours to get back to my sober house. Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so for people searching for answers out there, everybody's rock bottom is different.
Mm.
The only thing I can say as the sister of an addict is just let them go, do what they have to do. If
Tough love.
tough love, yeah, let them go, and just let them know that when they're ready, you're there for them. That's it.
Yeah. All right. So that was really good advice, Lisa. Um, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being a part of Therapeutic Value. Um, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel.
Like and subscribe. Share it with your friends.
Yeah, word of mouth. Let's get this channel. Um, let's do some cool stuff on here. I want to hear from you. If you have a rock bottom that you think, let's see if you can top mine. Don't know if you can, but yeah, I appreciate everybody tuning in and have a good one.
Bye.